Once upon a time, in a slapdashly drafted world, all the colors had been stolen. That's why a hero is needed, and you happen to be one. Yeah, this hero is you. Get the snatched colors back and show those evil creatures your finishing touches. A reckless and sometimes epic adventure await. You will be armed with the mightiest weapon ever. Imagination.
Hi guys, it's Ash from Half Art Heroes, and today we're taking a first look at a new alpha build on Steam for a game called Sketch Tales. Sketch Tales is created by a company called 8D Studio, and Sketch Tales is a sandbox block creation game where you can draw your own textures. So I'm gonna get into this and show you what it's about. I'm not playing with a mouse, I'm playing with a graphics tablet, so the movement might be a little bit shaky, but it'll help us draw our all of our textures for all the things that we want to put into the game. So let's get on with it. Right, so when you first fire up the game, you get two options at the minute, and we've got Story and Sandbox. Now, just to show you what this game's about, I'm going to go into Sandbox, and I'm going to create a new level on this, and we're going to call it First Look. There we go. And one of the first screens you're going to find when this pops up is the character creation screen, and this is where you can draw your first character. Right, so here we are, and in the screen we've got quite a few different characters to choose from at the minute. These are all under a submenu called, a race called Sketchmen. So there should be quite a few little things there, little bits that I've kind of like created, and some other bits that come pre-created with the game so far. There's other things that you can select through here, which basically have extra different characters there that you can use. So there's a little grinder jack there. There's monsters that we can go into and see what we've got there. So we've got everything from Lizardmen to Slender Boy and what's this? Beast. There we go, we've got lots of little beasts that we can use and things like that. If we want to be one of them characters, we can be. But I think I should show you the create new character screen. So what we're going to do is down here we've got frames. And we're going to draw 3 frames basically to animate our character as he moves. So because we haven't got any colors or anything, we're just going to use black to outline, and we're going to start off with just a simple blob type character. So we're going to go around like that, and maybe like around like this, and come out for a head or something like that, and then his other little arm around here, and the rest of his blob around here. And then we're going to add some feet. So we'll add a foot there, and we'll add a foot there, like so. And we're going to join up these bits in the middle, just so that when we get on to filling him in, it doesn't go everywhere. So we're just going to like erase this bit out here, like so. And we're going to lighten this up to maybe around here, just a little grey. We can go to the fill tool, and we're going to fill him in. So there we go. Oh, but it didn't fill that in. That's interesting, but we've filled it in now, so that's fine. Next thing we're going to do is just set him a couple of eyes. So we're going to go on here, going to go up to our brush tool and make it a little bit bigger, and then just pop in some eyes, like so. One here and one here. Maybe make them a little bit bigger. I think that will help. And then drop it back down to black, and drop the size of the tool back down, and we'll put in some pupils there and there, make him a little bit cross-eyed or something, and we'll put him a little smile on. So there we go, he's happy. Awesome. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to add a new frame, and we're going to just draw around what we just had. So we're on black, and we're just going to roughly draw around this same character, like so. And what that's going to do, if we just make little changes, like say for example this foot, we're going to just cut off, and we're going to bring it down like this, and we're just going to basically animate him so he looks like he's moving. So that goes around like that, and we'll bring his arm maybe down a little bit, and around like that, that, make sure we fill in this area here, just so it doesn't, the fill doesn't go everywhere. We'll pull his head around like so. We're going to pop in his little mouth there, and we're going to take up to white and put the eyes back in. So we'll do that like so. Oh, a little bit off shape, but never mind. It's just all going to be like a, like an animated character. He's going to look quite blobby and things like that. So it's not a bad thing if you're not exact with where you're going. So there we go. Put him in some pupils again, little googly eyes. That's cool. We're going to go back to the previous frame, and we're going to take the color that we've just got from him, and we're going to move over to our new frame, and we're going to fill this color in here. But I've just noticed that we don't have a complete fill space, so I'm going to fill in the feet quickly, and then just pop back to black on our brush and just fill that last bit in there like so. Take back that grey again and just fill in his body. So there we go, that's the second frame. So we'll do one more frame and then we should be good to go on that. So we're back to the brush, get ourselves back to black, and the last one we're going to do the opposite side with the feet. So this one's going to be a bit more flat here, and this one over this side can be back to where it was, something that's a little bit more up in the air like that. So that's cool. Around the body like we did, around for his arm, we'll cut that down a little bit maybe like that, and we'll do something that side, and we'll take him round here like so. Finish off his head, pop in his mouth, and then we just have to do the eyes. So there we go. And it doesn't really have to be exact at all, it just, it's stylized, it's fun. So here we go. Pop in his pupils, and there. Cool, so his eyes are going to be moving all over the place, but it doesn't matter, it's all cool. We'll go back and we're going to grab our grey again, and we're going to fill in our new frame over here, like so. And if we press the little play button down here, you can see it kind of looks like he's moving almost. He's doing some kind of weird blobby thing, and we're going to call him Blobby. So he's not Beast anymore, he is, if I can get that, he is Blobby. There we go. So we'll save him up, and I think we are ready. I just want to show you this menu just down here just quickly. He has different talks and things that you can, like when you talk to people out in the world, if you're using him as a character that you're talking to, you can get him to say different things, whether he's in pain, when he dies, all this kind of thing that you can set him to say. And the sounds are things that you can actually record into the game to make him do these things on when he actually does it. So that's cool. Unfortunately at the minute it seems like we've got a couple of little dots around the corners, but that's either me messing up or it's something that will be taken out of the game later on, I imagine. I don't think it's me messing up, but we'll see. So let's just close that and we'll save changes. And let's fire up this game. Okay, so the first part of this game that you're going to open up to in sandbox mode is you're going to be on just this little island over here with not much on it. You're going to start off with a small inventory that has some basic things that you need to get started with. So the first thing that you can see here is a couple of scrolls of geometry, which you can make blocks and things for. A wand, or a witch's brush, sorry. And that should allow you to edit all these things. If we drop this into the world, we can see we lose the option to edit these items. So let's close this and pick it back up again wherever it's gone. Don't lose it. There we go. So we shall have a look at this last item, and it is the artifact. So basically this artifact increases energy to a maximum of, well, a maximum by 10. So basically it adds 10 to your current energy. So we're at 30 at the minute, and certain things are going to take more energy to place and create in game. And I've just noticed I misspelt made. That is because basically I've got my microphone in front of my keyboard and I can't quite reach the keyboard properly, so never mind. Yeah, so that's cool. We've got a little man. He needs some energy, so we're just going to double click on this and give ourselves 40, and double click on this one and give ourselves, that should go up to 50. There we go. And we'll close that, and we're just going to go across this area here and hopefully try not to drown. Space is jump like normal, but I'm not quite sure how to swim. I'm trying to just jump on the floor so I don't drown. We've got a little drowning bar up on the left side, but we're good. We got across, that's awesome. So yeah, shift is run, and we're just going to run over these hills over here and find ourselves over by this little structure. So yeah, I like the look of it. I like the grain that it's got on it. It feels very kind of, I suppose it's got a Tim Burton-y type feel to it. A little bit dark. I think the option to, I don't know, maybe remove that would probably be good. If you don't want it to kind of feel dark, you want to feel like a bit of a lighter kind of land. But maybe that's something that you'll have to unlock as the game progresses, and you kind of turn this dark, horrible land into something that's quite beautiful. But yeah, so inside these chests we have different scrolls of things. So we've got things like chests that we can make. So if this is 35, so we wouldn't have been able to create it without using them artifacts. But let's just grab one out here, put it onto number 4, and we will see what it does. So we just pop out here, press number 4, and there's our chest. And if you press C, it'll just pop it down on the ground like that. And so we can just create these into game like that. Press escape to get out of that menu, and we'll have a look at some other things. So one of the first things I want to get out of this is the fountains. So I'm just going to drag out all of these fountains because each one is for a different colour in game. And what these are going to do is they're going to unlock the colour to be used in our drawings when we're making things to put in. So while I'm just going to place one of these out so you can see exactly what they look like, and then I shall put the rest out. And if I get the right key, there we go. That's the one we want. So there we go. I'm just going to put the green one out here like so, and you see it's just kind of got a vague green color to it. So yeah, this should unlock if we have a look in our inventory again and try and edit something like these. Yeah, so we have now unlocked the green color, and we can change this to make it change the saturation to make it brighter, and the lightness, well, I'd say lighter, it gives it a more green color, and the lightness change either brighter or darker. So we can make a dark green there if we want, and just fill this in. So things like that, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not going to save that, I'll just close it down. I'm just going to pop down these other fountains so that we can unlock all of these colors, and I'll get back to you. Hi guys, we're back, and I've laid down all the fountains, and I have eaten up all of the artifacts. So we've got a maximum energy of 820 now, so we can lay down anything we want at the minute. I did have a bit of an issue with the previous version of the recording, so a lot of the things that I've done I've had to undo, but we did make a scroll of geometry. We did kind of just make this wood design, which we're just going to use. It's basically a dark brown with light brown lines on it. So I'm just going to show you how we put these down. So we just get it out into the world by double clicking on the scroll, and then we just place it down by pressing C again. And it does drop to the lowest level that it can go to, and then basically you just pop it around like this, and you can just place them anywhere like that. If you press Shift and C, you can extend out along the X-axis, and you can place 3 in a row like that. If you go along the Y-axis, it will put let's just go 3 instead. It'll put it on a vertical plane. So we can pop them down like that, and if you go along the Z or Z axis, it will put them along this way. So we're just going to pop these down like that. There is other shapes that you can use within this, and that's if you press tab and you get access to all of this wheel menu around here. So you've got things like like a pyramid shapes that we can pop down, and they drop into existence like that. We can put down ramps, so we can pop down a ramp here and then maybe one underneath like so, just so that we can get up here. Put another one maybe there to get to the top. There's other sets of geometry as well that we can use. I'm just going to pop down some spikes if we can get them. There we go. So we've got some wooden spikes here that we can pop down now. They're not really that much wood. And yeah, they do sink into the floor if the floor is not completely level down there, so you just stack them up like that. Unfortunately they don't hurt you as you run across them, which I'm sure they will in the future. There will be a kind of like a damage tag, I imagine, that they will put on for blocks like this, but as for now it's not in the game. There is other geometry that we can have a look at, like stairs, so let's have a look at these stairs here. And we'll just drop down and we'll place these up here like so, and if you use the arrows you can turn these around like that. There we go. So just and that just dropped them into existence, unfortunately. So yeah, if they're not against anything, yeah, it does kind of break them and drop them down. And I wonder if we can turn these around and maybe like, oh yes we can, like that, so it makes it look even cooler. So just place that in there like so. But yeah, anything that is, I think most things that are just dropped in can be moved, but obviously not. It's just right click to erase, so we'll take those out. There's other things as well as stairs that we can do. There's things like rocks, which I know can be moved, I think. If we pop that down, just a couple of these down there like that. And I think we should be able to move them about. Or some of them you can move around. Let's see if we can find one that we can. Let's try this one. So there we go, they look like they're movable. Are they? I don't know. Some of them definitely are. I've definitely experienced moving these things. Let's try one more, see if we can find the one that we were looking for. Maybe that one. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, so we've got a moving block there, so that's cool. Unless it just sucks down to a resting point, that might be what it does. Either way, it's not movable anymore, and it was just a few seconds ago. So yeah, so we've got lots of different types of geometry we can place down. We can make things look really, really cool. Obviously not using the wood texture, we'd probably use something a bit more rocky for that. Whoa, things happens. Things happening. Yeah, so the geometry is awesome. I really like it. I think it's cool. And there's all sorts of bendy stuff that happens around here, so these things are really cool. You can make things look really awesome. So let's just turn this one around and place that there. So yeah, there's lots of stuff we can make with that. Yeah, let's get off of geometry and let's take a look into building a weapon. I think this is going to be the cool thing. So I've just grabbed a scroll of fork, and what we're going to do is pay attention to this corner, the top left corner of this box, and this is where our character is going to be holding the weapon. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete that, and the first thing we're going to do is take our black outline. I'm going to make the pommel of the weapon just down here, so just a circle like that, and we're going to take the handle up here, and we're going to make a hilt across here like so, like that. And then we're just going to come up this side and do a little half a square up here, and just so we can make the blade, and we'll run that down like so, and we'll run this one down like way. That didn't work, but it's good enough. So in we go like this, and we'll run that all the way down the middle if we can. There we go, that's okay. That'll do me. It's a bit of a rough sword, but I'm happy with that. So we're just going to fill that in with a kind of like light grey, just so it's not see-through. Obviously, like that. And we're going to take our orange, and we're going to bring it down to get some sort of wood. Maybe bring the saturation up a little bit, something like that. We're just going to pop that on there, and we're just going to lighten it up a little bit for the leather on the handle, like so. So that is our new fork or sword. So we're just going to call that sword. And we'll save that up. And close. So there we go. So let's open this sword scroll. And we're just going to drop this hastily prepared sword out into the world and go and pick it up. So here we go. I think we're on that at the minute. So let's go onto our sword. And we'll escape out of there, and there is our sword, and you can see we're holding it at the handle at the right area. So that's kind of how we make our first weapon. It's a bit really it's not the best sword in the world, but I think it'll do for now. Then all we need to do is get ourselves an enemy to fight against. So we've seen Grinder Jack. I thought let's grab him and we shall have a go at trying to defeat this monster. So let's pop him out here and drop him down there and run away while he decides whether or not he's going to attack us. So here we go, let's have our fight. See if he's going to try and stab us with that little knife thing he's got. So here we go. Oh, I think he got us. Did he get us? We definitely got him. We're going to cut off some more bits of him. He's doing some runs, and I think we might have him. I think we've got him on the ropes. Let's finish him off. Oh, I think he's back up. And he's dead. He's dead. With the longest scream in the world, he's dead. Sorry about the shakes. It's the pen, playing with a pen. So he's just died, and he's given up a leg of lamb, a skull, and an apple, and a few bones. So yeah, that's quite awesome. The other type of characters that we've got in this game are NPCs. So I shall show you one of those, and again, he has a sound for interacting with him, and also just his idle sounds there. They're pretty cool. You can hear him go. If we press E on him and activate him, he does talk, and he has a little text box above his head. So you can set all these things for your characters. It's really cool. We can edit him up. We can do all sorts of things. I'm pretty sure you can kill him as well, but I like him. He's gonna stay there for now. Yeah. So there's quite a few things that they've already added that I'm impressed with. There's quite a few things that I think they should add, and I think there's quite a few things that they will add in the future. I think a good idea would be an option to be able to colour in the ground as and when you unlock these fountains. I think that would be something that I'd look forward to. Yeah, an option to kind of, as you kind of liberate the place for the grain to go away. I think that would be quite nice. Yeah, and all sorts of little things as well. If you've got any ideas, you should join their forums. Give them some suggestions. They're really nice guys. They'll talk to you. They'll listen to you. They might even take your advice on board. So I fully expect to be playing this in the future. I'm going to wait for a few more updates to come out, and for a bit more content to be added before we do a let's play. But I've got serious hopes for doing some really quite creative stuff with this game. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this first look at the game Sketch Tales by 8D Studios, and if you liked it, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in our next video. Take it easy.